For this project, Belle and I decided to look at how immigration affects students here at Troy University, and especially with different things going on within the Senate and different bills and election coming up that could possibly change how we see immigration in the U.S. Tell me about your experiences personally with having family who have immigrated to the United States.
Okay, so my mom is Canadian and she came to the United States for college, and when she came for college she had to get a visa. And the one thing that's really hard about getting a visa is once you enter the workforce, you have to switch your visa from being a college student, which is like a student visa, to a work visa. And my mom said that process took almost a year, and she said that was honestly the hardest part. So when her and my dad got married, it made it a little bit easier, but it was still an 8-month process instead of a year process. And now I think between every 5 to 10 years, depending on the type of year, she has to go down to Miami, which is our closest like international building in Florida, which is about 4 hours from home, and she has to renew her green card, and that process takes anywhere between 10 to 15 hours.
I wanted to sit here and ask you about your personal experience with immigration in the U.S. and people you've known, their stories.
So I know a few people that have immigrated to the U.S., one being our director of ops, Christy. She's from Australia, and I remember vividly my freshman year. She has had her green card. She's been working here. She played softball here in college, but my freshman year, COVID happened and everything was going on with the borders. They're shutting down the borders, and her work visa was up. So she had to get it renewed, and it was, I think a 1.5 year process that she couldn't be with the team or the university because her green card and her work visa were not good, just because how hard it was to get it.
As we continued our research, we asked ourselves, what is the immigration process for international students right here in Troy? We turned to Dr. Maria Frigge for answers.
They get an acceptance letter, they get an immigration document from us, which is called a DS 2019. They have to take that, and there's a fee they have to pay, which is called an FMJ fee. And then after that, they will contact the embassy in their home country, depending on where they live, in whatever city they contact the embassy in, to set up a time for a visa interview. So that is pretty much the process for the J1 students. So for the F1 students, very similar. They get an acceptance letter from us, they get an I-20 from us, they pay the FMJ fee, and then they also have to make an appointment with an embassy.